Namaste. Thank you for joining me today to do a little practice for shoulders and hips and the upper back. So come seated in a chair or in a cross-legged position. I'm showing you a chair because you could do this anytime during your work hour. Just take 5 minutes and sit upright, and then internally rotate your right arm and put it underneath your right thigh. Press that arm down and then reach your other hand up and over and reach it all the way to just elongate the neck and breathe into your neck region. Breathing deeply, just letting go of any tension that might be stored here. Sighing it out, and then pulling the nose towards the armpit and holding the back of the head as you breathe into those side neck muscles. This stretch goes all the way down to your collarbones, and as you're pressing your hand into the chair or the floor as you're seated, I want you to really exaggerate that, and you feel a nice stretch along your arm all the way up to the neck region. Breathe, one more deep breath, hold it at the top, and then release. So take a moment and just feel the difference on both sides. And yoga is all about equilibrium and equanimity. And so doing it on both sides really brings us back into balance. So bringing your left palm internally rotate, and then slide those fingers underneath your thigh. Bring your opposite hand up and over and stretch as you press your hand into the chair. Stretch. Don't put too much pressure on your head. Just allow allow gravity to pull your head down towards your opposite shoulder, and pull that shoulder away from your ear as you stretch and breathe into that neck region. So you're stretching to elongate the neck muscles, the overused muscles, and then holding the back of the head as you stretch and breathe. Sigh it out if you need to. Press your hand a little bit more into the chair or into the ground. Breathe. Hold it out all the way to the top. And let go. Shake it out. Now we're going to try the epaulet arms. So your hands go on top of your shoulders, and you're reversing the circle outwardly. And your elbows are touching in the front. In yoga tune-up, we call this the epaulet arms. So we're just tuning up our shoulders, allowing more fluid to circulate in those deltoid muscles, the long head of the humerus, and then reverse. Good. Shake it out. Inhale the shoulders up, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, hold it, squeeze, 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 up, 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 and ha. Way to go. Now, we're going to do some pranic bath. So this is a movement to really bring out more of the movement in your shoulders. So open your arms, palm, and then draw towards the back of the skull. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Draw to the back of the skull, and then turn your fingers, the backs of the hands touch, and then open your arms beyond your periphery. And then again, inhale, arms lift up, the forearms are touching, the fingers, the pinkies are touching all the way to the back of the skull, the crease of the skull. And then turn your fingers and open wide. So it's really bringing the shoulder in every range of movement and allowing this stretch, dynamic movement to really open the shoulders in every conceivable motion. Whew. One more time, inhale, exhale, and release. Good, relax. Let's take a moment to open up our thighs. So if you're seated in a chair, go ahead and place your right foot on top. And if you're seated in a cross-legged, same thing. This is called the fire log, half fire log pose. So bring your left foot to be firm on the ground and your right foot on top. Flex both feet nice and firmly. And then allow your spine to be straight as you crouch your whole body forward. So hinging from the hips, you're just breathing into that outer hip, and you're breathing and you're relaxing into this stretch. Yoga allows us to see what's there and work on it to go deeper. So it doesn't matter how tight or how limber you are, just continue to breathe wherever you are. Everybody's different, so just be mindful of where you are. And breathe. So you're drawing your shoulders back and your chin forward, and this is a lovely moment to stretch out the neck muscles too. So inhale, looking up, and really stretch out your neck muscles as you pull your bottom chin forward slightly. And then exhale and relax as you, let's switch. So opposite leg over, flex that foot, hinge from the hips, and stop wherever you are. And breathe, and just breathe into that hip. Just make sure that both sits bones are grounded and that you're not leaning to one side or the other. For this one, we'll just challenge ourselves a little bit, and without rounding the back too much, we're just going to lift the arms close to the ears. The biceps are aligned with the ears, and the arms are reaching forward, looking up. Slight modified chair pose, literally sitting on a chair, and getting a nice thigh stretch. Good, looking up. Take a deep breath, shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Lift the thumbs further back towards the back wall, and then relax. Relax everything. Shake it out. Good. I've moved the chair side, and now we're going to get onto our bellies. So you might need a block. If you don't have one at home, don't worry about it. Just come to your belly, and then we're going to do 3 cobras. So make sure that your toes are flat to the ground. All 10 toes are nice and spread. Your arms, your hands are close to your ribs, and your fingertips are aligned with your shoulders, and your forehead's on the ground. And you're just going to lift a mini cobra, looking up and gazing and just opening up the heart, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, a little bit higher, and exhale, release. One more time, inhale. Go to your degree, don't go any higher. Just try 70% of what you're doing without overdoing. Good, and then rest in crocodile. Relax your toes towards each other. Take a deep breath behind the heart. And then we're going to try the reverse crucifix. So bringing both of your palms out straight, then opening up your entire right side with your arm open and breathing. So letting go of your head, opening the arm to your degree, and if you can, bend both legs and both soles of the feet on the ground. If not, that's okay. Just continue to breathe into that front head of the shoulder. And just allow it to open up. This is an intense stretch. Just let go to your degree and breathe. And exhale, release. Come back to neutral with your chin. And let's try the other side. So scoop so that if this is straining to your shoulder, you can have your arm slightly down instead of 90 degrees. So if this is giving you any tension in your shoulder, if it's too much, you can just lower the arm just at a diagonal, at an angle. So open your whole body. Stretch your whole upper back as you breathe. Three more nice deep breaths through the nose. Exhale through the nose, allowing more freedom to take place in your upper back, in your chest, and in your heart region. So, the heart center is associated with giving and receiving. So your ability to give and receive is being expanded. Let's try the locust pose. So we're going to place the chin on the floor or the mat, and then lift the legs, then lift the arms to reach the legs. And release. This time, bring your hands to clasp behind your back on your sacrum, and then reach your arms towards your feet as you open your chest once more. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Allow your heart to open. And release. Rest one cheek on the floor and relax. Breathe. Then switch the cheeks, looking on the other side. Breathe. And then bringing yourself up to all fours. We're going to do a balancing pose for the brain. And so we're going to reach the left leg back and the right hand forward. Try to tuck in your belly, keeping the spine straight, and balance your way to breathe. Feel the wobbliness in your arm and your knee. That's totally normal. And if it's too strenuous for your knee, make sure you place a blanket underneath that knee and relax. So the other side, you could tuck the toes and then reach the foot, flex the foot, engage the abdominals, reach the opposite leg, opposite arm, and leg. Breathe, stay calm. Continue to tuck in your lower abdomen as much as possible. Look down so that the back of the neck is nice and long. And release. Good, now we're going to do a side child's pose. So give yourself a child's pose. Reach your hips back. And then crawl your fingers towards the left. You can lean your head towards that arm, so towards the right arm, and just feel the stretch in your outer ribs, the side ribs, your armpit. And then crawl the fingers to the other side, and then allow your head to just rest on your left hand this time, and feel the stretch across the entire left region. Breathe into those armpits. Come back to center, and we'll try one down dog. So have your hands almost as wide as the mat. Make sure that your fingers are nice and wide. And then tuck your toes and reach your hips up and back. So scooch your feet back a little bit. Adjust your stance so that you feel comfortable to stretch your hamstrings one at a time. Then bend both knees. Stick your butt up to the sky. Press your upper chest into your thigh. And then keep pressing the floor away from you. Open the shoulders out. And then reach your heels down slowly. Keep that intensity in your fingers, in your knuckles, in all 10 toes. And you shouldn't be able to see your ankle, your heels. So make sure that your heels are hiding behind your toes and your thighs are internally rotating. Breathe several more times through your nose. Exhale through your nose and just focus on one point center. So right between your toes, at the tip of your nose, anywhere that you can find stillness amongst the change and the breath that's evolving. Sigh it out, inhale, exhale. Shake out your neck, let go. Once again, child's pose. And we're going to bring in a mantra that is very simple and powerful. 3 simple words: peace, harmony, well-being. Peace, harmony, well-being. Slowly come up and find yourself on your back, and we're gonna do leg stretches. So reaching your right foot, point flex, point flex, point flex, circle the foot and ankle. And then bring that foot all the way towards the chest and breathe. Let your belly rise to meet your thigh. Stretch your left leg long and breathe. Flex the left toes. Apanasana. This is good for your digestion. And then we're going to bring this foot all the way up, and either you hold behind the calf or do peace fingers and hold the big toe and just breathe. Breathe into the intensity of that stretch for the hamstrings. Allow the breath to fill you and fill your leg with some vibrancy. If you have a strap, you can also strap it and hold it with a strap, or a towel or a scarf. With hip openers, we're able to really see the big picture. It's very grounding. It's near our first and second chakra, this Svadhisthana, Muladhara, Manipura. And so making sure that the back of the neck is nice and long. Breathe. Let the foot come a little bit closer. Breathe. Stretch. Doesn't matter where you are. Try to keep pressing that right hip away from your waistline. So keep pressing that right foot away from you, just like you're pressing down on a pedal. And then slowly release and release that leg all the way down and rest. And just notice, again, noticing both sides a little bit different. Gotta love that relief. Okay, other side. Either a scarf, the back of the thigh, the back of the calf, wherever feels comfortable to you. Everybody's on a different journey. We're all experiencing this massive shift right now and just evolving into better people in general. So just allow your love to shine with everything that you do, including this pose. So when you're in leg stretch number 1, as we call it in Yoga Tune-Up, I want you to breathe as though you love those hips, you love those hamstrings, you love